Hopefully you've watched the introduction and explanation video on why I'm actually building a Hackintosh, why I'm building a PC. So I filmed the putting together of this computer, but I wasn't going to release it because when I watched it back, I was a little bit worried. I was worried that some people might take this as some sort of guide how to put a computer together, and that wouldn't be good. But more importantly, I was worried that people would give me a load of shit on the internet for me putting something out there. For me putting something out there that wasn't a guide, it wasn't a how-to, it was just me fumbling around. But then I thought, hey, this is what the internet's all about. This is what happens when you put yourself out there. People will give you shit for it. So this may or may not be boring for you. If it is, just fuck off. You don't have to watch it. If you are going to find this interesting, it's probably going to be because you're seeing someone else struggle through something that you find difficult or you are afraid of doing can help you find the courage to do it yourself. I mean, finding the courage to build a computer, like whatever, but that's what this channel's about. It's about seeing me struggle, fumble through things, not do things just easy first time, so that normal people can see that it is attainable. The way I phrase that makes me sound like I think that I'm somehow not normal. And as much as I am not normal, I don't mean that I'm somehow above normal people. Weird. Carry on. These things that sometimes seem elitist can be done. They just take a little bit of effort. So there's a quote that is attributed to Thomas Edison, and that quote is, "Opportunity is often missed because it turns up in overalls and it looks like work." We mistake the opportunity to do something, to learn something new, because there's work involved. The opportunity to do something new doesn't mean the opportunity to do something new easily. So follow along as I fumble through the act of putting together a computer. I'm Sean, and this is When Will I Learn. So I've watched a load of tutorials, I kind of know what I'm doing. Let's get started, I guess. First things first, prepping my area. Got a wooden table. That's still not going to be enough sort of protection from static build-up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the power supply. This is what I've been led to believe is the thing to do. So power supply we've got, this is a semi-modular power supply, which means that some of the cables aren't actually attached right out of the box. The benefit to that is if you don't need some of them, you don't have to plug them in. And so it just makes the case a little bit cleaner inside. I'm gonna leave these in here for now. But what I've been told to do is basically using this as a ground. And what that means is that will take static away from you. What you need to do is plug it in, don't turn it on, and just touch it every time you kind of move. I don't know if I'm being overcautious because I don't know how sensitive computer hardware is, but I was told to do this, so I'm gonna do it. So that's my route to ground. That's going to take us away any static shock that might be passed on to the motherboard, which I think is the next thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put this together outside of the case. Here's a motherboard. Nice. I/O, some cables, screw, one screw, a little thing. Oh, a little badge. As if. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the box to like extra insulate this. Boop, touching that. I'm led to believe that you shouldn't touch the actual board. So that's going away. This is where I dropped this camera on, isn't it? That's where the CPU goes. I think that's where the M.2 drive goes. PCIe slots. I think that's the way you say that. And I have no idea what anything else is. Oh, I/O, I know that. So I/O shield, I know that's one that you should always look out for because that needs to go in the case before this goes in it. I know that. I don't really know a lot else. I thought I remembered this better. Okay, so this is where we get the RAM, SSD, and all of our 8 cores. Why haven't I got a knife? What have I got? Closest thing I've got to a knife is my small rig screwdriver. So that's the actual CPU, and then the rest of the box is the cooler. And what else is in here? No, that's literally it. So the cooler supposedly is good enough if you're just running at stock speeds. And hopefully has thermal compound on it already. I didn't buy any of that. So there's that. I have never put a CPU into a computer before. Oh, this is nerve-wracking, this, because this could break something that is...
So you want some video evidence of it all going to shit?
Yeah, so we've got to lift this guy up. Oh. And then, I really feel like I should read these better. Oh, that's heavy. So a little gold triangle to... with the little gold triangle, but I don't see a little triangle. Where's the triangle?
Stop and come back.
I think that's it.
Boop.
I think that's it. Okay, so that's that in. That is the CPU in. My CPU is a non processor, a learning computer. Whew. Next, we've got the memory. So this goes in these, but see how they're two different colors? I think, pretty sure, that you pull these tabs back on them and if you've only got two, you just make sure they're in the same colored ones. Honestly, I thought that bit would be scarier, but it was kind of fine. So this, no, they do go back. So I'm gonna get both of these lined up. And then they're in. Right, SSD. This is far more nerve-wracking than like I thought it was going to be. Like, I think if you're just smart about it, you're going to be okay. These things are so much smaller than I ever think they're going to be. So this is 500 gig, which should be enough for now. In here should be... No, the screw, that's what this screw is. What you need to do is, I'm doing all this from memory just from watching too many Linus Tech Tips videos. So you kind of need to line this guy up and just see which of these three screw holes it's going to need to go in, and then that screw from the motherboard box should just go in there. At some point I am going to drop this, I think. It goes in like that and then pushes down. I can't show you that because I need to both hands. And then pushes down. I feel like that needs some sort of spacer. Let's have a look. Where's motherboard box? It's on the fucking motherboard box, isn't it? Right, bear with me on this one.
M.2 drives can have...
Thought that was the case. There should be a stand-off. It's right there. It's literally right there. What I was saying was, see how this, it feels like it should only go down to there, but then it leaves loads of space. So what I hadn't noticed was a little standoff here. It's a little extra screw that goes in underneath it. Do that. Happy days. I guess. Go cooler next. Instructions for the cooler. Okay, so this cooler seems to have like clips. Does it matter which way it goes then? That way. So where's the CPU fan? So that's the header for that one. So that CPU paste is already installed on this. Yeah, I think this just goes down onto there. Aha! Little clip. Oh. And then, feels like a lot of pressure. Oh, there we go. Right. Whew. And then that just goes in this little... It's hilarious how wrong I might be doing all this. Oh, mate. Okay, so the thing that I was having a struggle with was this little lever, and it's really hard to see it in there, but there's these little clips that the motherboard sort of mounts have on them so that the fan and the heatsink can stick down onto them. And it just felt like too much pressure, if I'm honest. Under pressure. Okay. There's also some extra, I don't know what those are. Oh, that's for RGB. I don't know if this supports that. Fan. I don't know. USB. Oh, RGB. Oh, mate, you've got some thick RGB. You can fuck right off. You must have a little plug on you somewhere. Why do you not say the simplest things?
Welcome to a total...
Just went back to Linus.
We're going to try and install it evenly.
Okay, so I think it's case time. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. So as I said, I went for what seemed like like not the cheapest option, but like not a super expensive option. Kind of nicely on the low end, but looks like decent, but also looks professional. It doesn't look like some esports gamer thing, because this is probably not going to ever see any gaming really. I might mess about with some just to test everything out, and because my CPU came with a free game. Oh, and I liked that it had a USB Type-C connector on the front as well. I did toy with the idea of getting one that you couldn't see into, but in the end I quite like the idea of being able to see into it. I don't know. A couple of fans included. What's that? 2 fans included. That's not going to get anyone very far, is it? So I'll probably need to order some more fans, maybe like 3 for the front there. I don't know. I don't really know how much airflow one needs. Right, let's get this. Okay, so that just comes off easy enough. Inside here, there's something. Okay, so we've got some little cables, bits and pieces. I'll figure out what they're for shortly. I'm not sure that was, I think that's a captive kind of type of. Okay, so there's like panel connectors. So I guess they're the things that link the motherboard to the little in and out and the on and off button and stuff on top. Yeah, but how do you get the glass off? Don't play with me. Don't pretend it's that easy. It is that easy. Put this on my safe. I'm running out of space here. So this is where this bit goes. Load of space for cables and stuff at the back. Already some in there. Don't know what they do. Power supply goes under there, I think. There's some like venti bits. I think the power supply goes with the fan facing down. It like pulls air into it. I think. Vent at the front, I thought. Ah, there's another vent on the side. Fan on the top. Do you know what, I'm going to put this in. This is the thing that I said about that I heard that people often forget to put it in, and it's really annoying to do it after the fact. That wants to go, just make sure it's the right way up. That's that in. Now the motherboard going into the thing. No, do we want the power supply first? We've got 55 seconds of video left. What I want is to put the power supply in. So that goes in from this side, facing down. Oh, this is kind of more straightforward than I originally thought, but also definitely like more time consuming, you know, than like you kind of watch a video about it and you're like, okay, so that'll take, you know, it's like a 10-minute video. You think, oh, they've cut out a bit of it, but can't be that much. Well, it would seem like it is that much. So that's the one that came in the case. So you see what I mean about this power supply? So some of the cables, like the main ones, are already connected. So I'm guessing that one, it goes to there. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so there should be screws somewhere. Do they come with the case or do they come with the power supply? Oh, okay, come with the case. I feel like that kind of makes sense. So with a lot of things, if you're tightening down something that's got 2 sides to it, maybe doing like 4 screws or more, you're best off getting them all kind of in and then going around tightening them like diagonally. I've got to sort of say I think that's the same with computers. So I'll do that one, then I'll go back over this side and then back here. So I think that's the power supply in. So because that connector is there, I think that wants to come up and go through there. So from the power supply up the back and then around the front in there. So I need to do that, bit of cable management. Also need to figure out what sort of screws this needs. Love the idea that someone who's actually good at this might watch this video, just be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then this one, slash this 2 becomes 1, wants to kind of go up and like over the top. And I think that's what that's for. I mean, if it fits, I'm happy for it to go there. Oh, this is nice. So I think this might be what these are actually for as well. See how these little things are there. I think they are for putting cable ties through so you can clamp the wires in place. That's handy. It's a nice little consideration. Get a little cable tie in. I'm not going to cinch it down just yet because who knows if that's even right. Some hard drive bays in the back, and then there's some SSD bays kind of on the back there, which is a thing. Right, there's a load of cables. No idea what these are for. Okay, yeah, so these come down from the top. Right, so that's audio, that's USB 3. F panel? No, front panel. Oh, that must be LED, and that's a thing? That says audio. This is all very confusing. So front panel header, so that should be a whole header to itself. Oh, right, USB 3.1. Ah, right, I see. Oh shit, have I got that? Could have sworn it said it had that. Oh no, did this case? Oh, mate, that's annoying. You were supposed to, so basically the motherboard that I ordered first got lost in the post, and I ordered another one, and I checked that it had most of the right stuff, but it might not have had everything. No! That's really annoying. So the USB-C that I wanted isn't in there. Oh, I'm genuinely really gutted. I am genuinely upset about that.
We're going to use that little nubbin to hold it in place.
Well, seems like I can't do that. Oh well. Right, I'm trying to get this motherboard in, and I can't tell if I'm doing it wrong. So I think I should just be able to... Oh, it's clicked in. Which ones is it though? That's actually in now. I just need to screw it in. What you're looking for here is like all these screw holes in the motherboard. You need to be able to see the standoffs that are behind them. So they're the little screws with a screw thread in them. That's that. I've like rerouted where this fan header goes because I want it to plug into there. That one's plugged into, the CPU one's plugged into there. This, it's like bend round and plug into there. That's got to plug into somewhere down here. There's that one that's got to go in over there. Right, I need to get the screws in first. So I need to figure out which one of these screws is the right one. I'm guessing these. This is not an easy thing to do. Front panel, right, so that's this. That's that guy. Audio, oh, you could have come up there. Oh, right, what's next? Extra cable management is needed because that fan doesn't reach there. Backing out. Down onto that one, right. Getting somewhere now, getting somewhere. So I'm not putting any hard drives in here yet because I don't have any, or do, but they're in enclosures. It's finally time for the graphics card. This has got two 6-pin connectors on it. So I'm guessing I need to find two 6-pin connectors in here. This looks like it. Yes, so that's two 6-pin connectors which say PCIe on them, so I feel like that's correct. So one says 6+2 and one says 4+4, and I don't really know what that means. I mean, if it fits, it sits. Is that? I'm going for that. Let's see. No, this is going to come from over. It's a work in progress. It's happening. I'm relatively happy with this. Hopefully, once that's closed, that'll just stay in there. And I don't know if this is like good practice or not, but these have got like metal in them, the cable ties that they use. So I'm just replacing them all with the plastic ones, just because I feel like if anything was gonna like short out, it would be them. Okay, I'm relatively happy with that. It's not super neat, but you don't see this side. I really wish you'd just stay in there.
Well, that looks serviceable to me.
Right, graphics card now. So this is where it's going to go in this one, and so I actually need to take this one out and this one out so that it can poke through the back, so you can get the I/O on it. You're having a giraffe. These are so tight. Ah, mate. I actually think what the problem was there was the case has been bent in, I'm assuming, in transit. Okay, so right now I'm putting in the graphics card. That seemed easy enough. Okay, graphics card is in. Connectors are plugged in. Okay, so I'm a little bit annoyed about the, oh, do you know what? I need to trim these off. So we've got this cable management at the back. Oh, fucking hell. Just want to trim the cable ties off. I would say that was passable, but let me know down in the comments what you think. So that's that side closed up. I think everything's plugged in on this side. Okay, next step, keyboard and mouse. I just grabbed the cheapest keyboard I could for now. I'm not really sure what I want. I nearly pulled the plug on what they call mechanical one, but there's so many different options that I wasn't actually sure what was best for me, and because I haven't ever used one, I've never tried one, I just thought I'm gonna leave that for now. Maybe find a shop that actually has them in, find some sort of showroom, you know, actually use one before I actually buy one. So yeah, I got this cheap shit keyboard. It was like a tenner, but it'll do for now. And I've got that crap mouse as well. Okay, plug that in. Where did I put my mouse? Where'd you go, little mouse? Monitor. Oh, Jesus. Display port. Power supply's on. Moment of truth. Fans turned on. Both fans there turned on. Both of those fans turned on. Got some light. Don't know what that means. I mean, something's happened. F1. Okay, so that's showing up. Memory. Well, that's wrong. Storage. Okay, so that's not showing up, is it? So it turns out I put memory in the wrong slots because I wasn't reading what was on the board. What the where the fuck did that come from? That's no good. It was just a loose screw. Oh, mate. Okay, so everything's working but the SSD. Let's try this again. Oh, this looks better. What's happening here? Okay, the RAM's still at the wrong speed. SSD is showing up now. So for now, I think everything's kind of working. I need to sort out the memory speed. Yeah, I need to sort out that memory speed because that's significantly slower. Oh, this might be it. Oh, there's probably about 3 minutes of usable footage from this whole thing. Everything's at the right speed. Right, I'm gonna go get my Windows install thing and we'll see if we can do that. So for the moment, just to check everything's working, I am going to install Windows 10 on this. Off and on again, I guess. So that was the actual build process of this computer. That's only the first part of this. The next part will be next week. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe, and if you didn't like it, please don't unsubscribe. You can press the button if you really want. I bet there'll be quite a few of them. I'll see you next time.